You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
Thank you for calling support. My name is Scott. How may I help you today?
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again, sir. I've been trying to activate my Amazon Video account
Okay.
here, sir, but I'm having no luck, sir.
Alright.
I'm using a brand new Samsung
Give me the
television
code,
here
please.
with the Yes, sir.
Give me the code, sir. The code on the TV, please.
Yes, sir. It's a 0079112K1. I entered the code on the
This is
website,
a
sir,
code
but
on
I
the
wasn't
TV.
able to activate the account because it said to call this number for full activation. I'm not
So
sure if I
which
did something
account you want to
incorrectly here,
activate?
sir, because Yes, sir.
You want to activate a Prime account, right?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to activate my Prime Video account here, sir. I'm using a Samsung television,
But sir, the code
and it said that I had to call this
the
number
code
here for
which you
support. I tried typing in the code on the website, and I wasn't able to get very far, sir. It said to call you guys for support. I don't know if I did
But
something
sir, the
incorrectly
Prime
there, sir,
account
because
will...
I wasn't. Yes, sir.
Give me the code, please. The code on the TV. Give me
Yes,
the
sir.
code, please.
It's a 0079112K1.
Sir, the code which
Yes,
you
sir.
gave me, that is an incorrect code.
Like I was
That is
saying,
the
sir, I was
incorrect
talking
code.
to
Give me
somebody
the...
trying to kill. Yes, sir.
No.
It said to call you
I'm
this
saying,
number
please
here
turn...
because I wasn't. Yes, sir.
Will you please listen me, please?
No, listen.
Please turn off your TV and
Yes, sir.
turn off your TV and turn off your TV and turn
Yes,
back
sir.
it on.
I was trying to activate the account here on the website, but I was told to call the number here.
I'm saying,
I've
sir,
been trying to activate
please
the TV
turn
now
off
for
your
about 10 minutes, and I wasn't able to do anything, sir. I'm sorry.
turn off your
It's a
TV
brand
and
new
turn back
TV,
it
sir,
on.
so I don't understand what. Yes, sir.
Thank you for calling Prime. My name is Kate. How may I assist you today?
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again here. I'm trying to activate my Amazon Video Prime service here, sir. I was talking to Mr. Kevin before,
Okay,
but I
sir.
think I got disconnected there. I entered the code on the
Yeah,
website
sir.
here, and it said to call this number
Yeah.
for activation, sir, so that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, sir. I just need
I
that
wasn't
code you
able to
entered.
get on with the other. Yes, sir.
I just need that code.
Yes, sir. It's WWF1SJ.
Okay, sir. I'm going through a problem. I got it.
Thank you, sir.
I just need your postal code or your zip code.
Yes, sir. It's 007911, and the account name is Bob Backlund, and the email with the Prime account
No,
is
no.
backlund88@gmail.com, sir.
Just
Yes,
does
sir.
there have any
I was
mobile
talking to
number
Mr.
linked
Kevin
with your
before
Amazon
there, sir,
Prime?
but I think I got disconnected there, sir, so I apologize for the quality of the call.
No issue, sir. Now we have
I'm trying to
reconnected,
activate
and
my
I will
account here
let
for
you
the
out.
behalf of 10. Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir. Now this call will be not disconnected.
Yes.
So is there?
Or if
So
I
so is
just
there?
the website there on the. Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse.
Yes, sir.
Is there any mobile number linked with your Amazon Prime account?
I don't have a phone number associated with the account, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I have
Okay,
only
sir.
the email
So,
address there, sir. So if you need the email, I can
yeah,
give you
sir.
the email as well.
Yeah, sir.
I don't have
Just a
a
moment.
number on the Amazon Prime.
Yeah, sir. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
I apologize
And
for the
we
quality
will
of the
just
call,
out of
sir,
the.
because like I said, I don't usually give up my phone numbers to.
Just a moment, sir. Just a moment.
Yes, sir.
It would be easier for both of us as there's so load on the system. But
It's,
still, I will let
backlund88
you
at
done first.
gmail.com. There, sir, is the email account associated with my Amazon Prime.
Yes, sir. It would be easier for both of us. I have just texted you a.
Site there, but yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. Just hear me
Yes.
carefully as I have texted you a hi message on your
I've been
mobile
trying to
number.
activate this
It
account there
would
so
be,
I can watch television
yeah,
with my
sir.
daughter there, and
Yeah, sir.
I wasn't able to
Yeah,
activate
sir.
it
Yeah, sir.
beforehand, sir. So
Just
I
be
would
patient.
on the yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. I
I wasn't
got
able
it.
to do
I
it,
got
so
your
I'm not
problem.
sure if I did something
I got
incorrectly.
your.
Yes, sir.
I got your problem, sir. We will go through it. Just be
Yes.
calm. As I am saying,
Yes,
just
sir.
respond to my answers only,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Sorry, sir. I apologize for the
I have text.
call there. So it's just that
Yeah, yeah.
I
No.
finally have some time here with my
अरे
little one, and I'm trying to. Yes, sir.
चुप हो जा भोसड़ी के. I have just texted you a hi message from my direct line number.
Yes, sir.
I need you to text me your mail address.
Trying to activate his account there, sir, but I wasn't able to do it, so I'm sorry for the
अगर तू एक
call
और बार ये बात
inconvenience.
बोला,
You there, sir? Hello?
I just need
Oh,
I just need you to
yes,
text
sir.
me
Hey,
your
sorry, I
email
thought I
address.
lost you there for a second there. I thought the call dropped again, so I'm sorry about that.
I would like you to text me your email address.
Yes, sir. The email address is bbacklund
I
at
have texted you
gmail.com.
a hi message. Text
That would be B as
text
in
it
boy,
there.
B as in boy again,
I have texted.
CKLUND, and then the number is 88.
Hello.
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again, sir.
Sir,
I
you
received
need
the
to.
callback number
Sir,
from
you
this
need
number, sir,
to.
and I'm trying.
Sir, you need
Yes,
to wait. I will call you back.
yes,
Just
sir. I
wait.
was trying
I'm
to
calling you
activate
back.
the account here on the website, sir, but I wasn't able to do it.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Take.
Good morning.
How
Good
you
morning,
doing?
CJ.
How you doing today?
Good. It's a cold, rainy day. Well, it won't be that cold, I think, but right now it's a little cold, rainy. We got a lot going on in New York. Enough said.
Like what?
But former president getting arrested.
Oh, that. Psh,
That's all over New York. We got
That's
security
it?
everywhere.
well, are you going to watch the arrest? Is it like a public event?
No,
you can
I'm far
watch?
away. I'm far away from all that. And even if I was down there, I would just stay away from all the nonsense. So I can just watch the news. But anyway, let's talk about more important things. That video clip that you played was brilliant. I believe that's R-88 who will join us
Yeah.
in about less than an hour. His
Yeah.
videos are so funny, and if anyone could ever get scammers annoyed without swearing or just talking over and being calm and patient, it's this man. It's genius, if you ask me. Everybody needs to go check him out. His videos are funny as can be.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm happy to have him on. I can't wait to talk to him. So I'm excited
Oh.
about that.
Yep, this is Bob Backlund calling back again. He just keeps telling the scammer that. So we'll wait and talk to him about that stuff. But yeah, I've enjoyed his videos for like the last couple of days. I've been binge watching them, and definitely a rare talent. Brings his own unique style to the scam baiting world.
Yep, for sure. So yeah, excited to have him on today. I'll just have to figure out his Discord. So if anybody has his Discord ID, can you send it to me in Discord so I can try to add him as a friend? That would be great.
Oh, you didn't find it because I gave you his name, or did maybe we stopped halfway through?
Yeah, you have to have I have to have the numbers too to look for him. So, but anyway, so what else is going on? Did you bait yesterday? I actually took the day off yesterday because I was off from work after working like for over 50 hours in a row. I took the day off yesterday. So, did you bait yesterday?
A little bit. I called a few numbers I tried were bad connections or were so loud or I couldn't really get much of a response. It was still funny that they kept hanging up on me and yelling, but I got a few calls in. I think I put one of them in today's video about robbing a puppet show. I don't know where the hell that came from, but I was trying to get them to help me. Or I was trying to back out of robbing a puppet show, I think, in this call. I don't know. But it was all about puppets yesterday. I have no idea where it came from. But
Yeah, for sure.
and then the other day they were so mad at me, which was good. They probably called me back 20 times throughout the day. I was trying to bait all day long, and I was trying to do long Microsoft tech support baits, something new. And of course, the first time I really tried to do longer baits, the other line clicks over, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a scammer. Let me merge you together." And then all of a sudden, immediately starts cursing at me, like at the top of his lungs, all day long. They were just so mad at me.
Oh my gosh.
So
Right.
they were trolling me.
What did you do to the poor guys?
Just spoke a little Hindi.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you spoke a little English to me, I wouldn't get all mad about it.
Right. Right. They're just upset. And one guy told me he was a billionaire. So I'm like, what are you so mad about if you're a billionaire?
Right? Yeah, why is he even working if he's a billionaire?
I asked him that, and of course he hung up.
I mean, if you had $1 billion, literally, what would you do with your life? I would still scam bait, but I certainly would not work at a job.
You know, I would still call scumbags all day long, but I'd be doing it from a villa in Cartagena or Costa Rica, some island. You know what I mean? I wouldn't live in the same place, but I would definitely still be calling them all day. I mean, you have to do something, right?
Yep. For sure. I mean, yeah, that's what one thing I've noticed about working in a psychiatric hospital is a lot of the people there don't work. And obviously they have psychiatric illnesses, so they might not be able to, but there's some people that come in there with depression and stuff, and, you know, you just wonder if not working is contributing to it. Thank you, B.
Oh, I think it does. I mean, I've talked about it before. The first year, I mean, that I stopped working, it was a very tough first 6 months. Plus, you're dealing with a new disease or whatever. But even take that away, you're used to being busy, especially if you're a workaholic like I am. I mean, I worked probably 15 hours a day for so many years and had all these employees calling me all the time. And all of a sudden, it's like,
Yeah.
you go in and you give your resignation and you say, okay, I'm going out on leave. I have something serious going on. And then the next day, the phone calls stop. All the problems stop. Your boss is not calling, yelling at you. The people that work for you aren't calling with problems. You know, you have no purpose. So then all of a sudden you sit around all day. And of course, I was the lucky one because I wasn't just out of work. I was trying to figure out how to adapt to, you know, walking differently and going to the hospital 20 times in a month. So I had stuff to do. But after 6 months goes by and you've adapted, you're sitting around doing nothing. So thank goodness for scam baiting, because I don't know what I would have been doing for the last year and a half. But yeah, everybody needs a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, it will definitely lead to depression.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, I'm sure, like, that's not true for everyone, because sometimes working, like, isn't happy either. But, you know, just having something to do, I really think helps a lot. But
yeah, I mean, you got to figure how many people have depression anyway, and they shield it and they go to work, and then all of a sudden they don't have that. It just makes it triple, I would say.
Right.
Like you have to do something. You have to be busy. You have to interact. You have to make a difference somehow.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have a calculator today, but that's my opinion.
Well, we don't take your opinion with any legitimacy without your calculator, so let us know when you have your calculator.
Good morning, Nelson. Yeah, we hope so, Tetra. Hopefully that's what that was. We're getting under their skin. And speaking of getting under their skin, R-88 will be joining us in about a half an hour. I'm so excited.
Yep. So I saw on the New York Post that this teen lost $25,000 because they fell for a scam? First of all, I'd like to know how a teenager got $25,000. That was my first question. Like, that's a hell lot of money for a teenager.
Yeah, I never had that much. I used to stand out on the one side of the lunch line and just beg people for their change so I could go buy, a Skid Row cassette at the end of the day. We're talking $8. I never had that more than $10 on me when I was a teenager. 25 grand?
Yep. But
Oh my God.
yeah, but the scam it was she it was like, I guess, a bank they called and pretended to be her bank. And she gave them her money, I guess. Okay, here it is.
Oh.
She received an alarming text message that she believed was from her bank, which stated someone with a name she did not recognize was attempting to make a transfer from her account. Blah, blah, blah. And so, let me see how she actually gave the money. So then someone with a British accent called her after she replied to the text. And then they just did some kind of transfer, I guess. I think they just took access of her computer and did some kind of transfer. Thank you, BB.
Yeah. Well, thank you, BB.
So anyway, she lost $25,000. And she's
terrible.
She's only 18 years old. At least she has her whole life to earn it back, but still.
That is the bright side of a bad story, right? She's not 79 years old and not working, and people have lost a lot more than that. And they only have 10, 15 years left, and they're not working and nothing to leave their kids, and it's very sad. It's still sad and it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
She'll make 25 grand, 100 or 200 more times in the next 25, 30 years. So
yeah, but definitely sucks.
It definitely sucks. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it could have been a lot worse. And now she learned a very tough lesson at a very young age. So she's got her whole life to never get scammed again.
Yeah. But
we always talk about, elderly people, and we always forget. I mean, anybody who's clueless to what goes on, somebody calls, they think that they're legit, they get scammed.
Yeah.
And most people aren't going to stereotype and say, oh, well, they have a very thick Indian accent, they must be a scammer. They almost got my parents. They hooked up to their computer trying to do Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, it happens to anybody. It's just sickening. But what I did read the other day, and I sent you the article, I couldn't believe it popped up, and I don't know if the scammers even know this because they're still texting me all the time. They're holding the phone companies more accountable now for these bullshit texts that you get from Amazon or from weird scams. They're not supposed to be able to text to people if they haven't texted a lot or if it's coming from some kind of weird number. I don't know how they're doing it. I'm still getting text, so I don't know if it's really being enforced. But on March 16th, there was some kind of rule or law that was passed because everybody's been getting fed up and reporting it. So the phone companies are making it at least more difficult now for scammers to text you, supposedly.
Yeah.
So it'll take time, of course, but at least somebody on that level is aware now, and a lot of people have gotten fed up and have complained about all these stupid spam texts and scam texts. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll result in fewer people getting scammed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the saddest part about this is that her bank did not consider her to be a victim, would not refund any of her money because they did not consider her to be victim of a scam as the payments were made through her normal device and there's nothing to suggest that this occurred due to a failure of the bank. So the bank wouldn't help her. It did send in a gesture of goodwill. The bank offered her $2,000, but the teenager said no thank you. F you, basically. Because the bank wouldn't do anything to help her.
I mean, it would. Yeah, I can almost see the teenager's point there. It would be different if the bank said, "Okay, our policy is blah blah blah. We understand what happened to you." You know, showing some compassion. We just can't do anything. But to say, "Well, we're not looking at it as a victim because it came from your phone or your device." I mean, this is somebody who was just scammed and taken for a lot of money, and they're treating her that way. So. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's kicking herself like 2 weeks later, going, "You know what? I should have taken that $2,000." But I can still sympathize with her, and I can understand why she snubbed the $2,000. It was like, you know, I had a problem with Amazon not too long ago, or Instacart. I had a lot of problems lately with things, and they said, "Oh, we're so sorry. We'll give you a $5 credit." Like, really? $5?
Right.
I'm talking, I'll never use Instacart again unless you give me $50 right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean.
And you know what happened? You know what happened there?
What?
I took the $5 and I used Instacart again.
You're weak.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like going anywhere. It comes right to my door.
They love weak people.
Oh.
Well, I can understand like that it's not the bank's fault per se because they she did choose to like do the transfer. It's not like anyone was doing it, but still they should be able to see what happened. Like they should be able to at least, so that money went somewhere to another account. They should be able to at least fight with that other bank to recoup that money. But instead of just saying like, "Oh, not our problem." You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Because they can see where that money exactly went to, like what account it went to. And then they could contact that bank. They could like have them shut that account down or whatever, instead of just saying like, "Oh, sorry, not the bank's fault," you know? So I don't blame her. I mean, obviously it's not the bank's fault that it happened, but they could have done more, so, in my opinion.
And those big businesses, it happens all the time. I mean, what I would do is say, "Well, okay, I'm not going to use your bank anymore. F you." And they'd probably say, "Okay, go." Just like I had a problem with Instacart, and I was yelling. And I mean, they don't. There's so many people, they don't realize that, okay, well, what I'm going to tell 10 people that I had a bad experience, maybe they'll all stop using that bank, and then you're going to lose, you know, a couple $100,000, and then over time, it's going to hurt. But right now, they have billions of dollars, so they don't care about the little person. And that bank could have handled it a lot differently. You know, if I was a bank manager and I knew my hands were tied, like I know I couldn't do anything because of policy or whatever, at least I would have appeared very empathetic, and I probably would have really generally been genuine, that I would have felt sorry for somebody who lost 25 grand, but I would have sympathized with them and said, "Okay, let me see what I can do. Let me try to work on this." There was a lot better way to handle this, it seems like. So good for her for giving it to the bank.
Yeah. Hi, Dan. Happy Tuesday.
I will tell you a positive story, though, about the real Amazon. I ordered a rug, you know, like a throw rug, black and white shag rug. And it's 6 feet by 9 feet. And if you're in a different country, I don't know what that equates to in centimeters. I don't know. Get a calculator.
Okay.
So I go down, I look at the tracking, and it says it was delivered today. So I go into my lobby where all the packages of Amazon Prime are always just sitting there. I don't see a rug. So I wait a couple hours, a couple more hours. There's no rug, and it was delivered. So I texted Amazon, because you can chat with them or whatever, and I think I actually called them. Got right through the real Amazon. They refunded my money within, I don't know, half an hour. I had a refund.
Oh my gosh.
They didn't even give me the runaround or anything. They refunded my money. And then I'm like, well, you know what? Let me look through these boxes. The smallest, littlest box ever had my name on it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So the rug was folded up, like, and compressed, and it was the tiniest box ever. I was not expecting that.
Oh my gosh.
So then I felt bad, and I'm like, should I call them? So I sent them a message, but they haven't charged me yet. But I'm expecting them to charge me the money because I feel bad, you know? I got a free rug.
Yeah. But still, that's crazy.
But it's their fault because they should at least mention that in the description, like this item will arrive in a very tiny box. Like, I mean, the box was so small. The smallest thing you've ever seen. I mean, in a box.
Oh my gosh.
So I did feel bad though.
Yeah. So what are you going to do now?
Well, right now I have a free rug. But
yeah, but you've just publicly acknowledged that you have the rug.
Well, I've already told them though. I've already tried to get them to
you
charge
know
me.
Amazon watches my channel, so you have to be careful.
But I've already told them. I've already like right away texted them or not texted, but like through the chat, the emails, and said it did arrive. I am so sorry. Can you please charge me? And they haven't. So
they're probably like,
we'll see.
Oh my God, we don't want to deal with him again.
Or maybe they said, oh, this person's honest, so we're going to let him keep it.
I doubt it. You think they care about that? Computer just did something weird. Hello, my computer just did something weird, y'all. Sorry. I think we're back. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, but my stream's buffering now.
Yeah,
but I can hear you.
It'll come back. But anyway,
right, it's big funny. I mean, Amazon's a good company for doing that. They don't even ask questions.
For sure. Definitely. Okay. Well, it's kind of early, but we could go ahead and take our break, and I'll try to get up with our, do we call him R-1988 or just R-88?
I'm sure he'll be cool with everything. I'm saying Mr. R, Mr. 88. I don't know. Bob Backlund has a good name to it.
Yeah, we could just
ring
call
to
him Bob.
Bobby, Mr. Bob, Sir Bob.
Yeah. And you're sure he doesn't mind any of that? If I call him Mr. Sir Bobby, he has no trouble with that.
I'm sure. And the behind bar says 88, and she would know.
Okay,
and
I changed it in my title.
Speaking of behind bars, she probably hates that I talk about her because she's so humble. But she does have her premiere today at 2:30, and I believe we're going to see a parrot say some very dirty things.
A parrot?
So everybody wants to tune in at 2:30 Eastern Time to Behind Bars. It's B versus the Dirty Parrot, I believe. Or Scammer versus the Dirty Parrot. So I'm intrigued.
Well, sounds exciting. Dirty Parrot. Anybody else
Yep.
today on the for the UK takeover?
I mean, to be honest, you know, like because I'm so infatuated with B's channel, sometimes I can't spend an hour and a half watching everybody. But I know Dan Gleeballs has some good content, and he always posts videos on Tuesdays, and Chester, of course, who I always do catch his videos. I just can't make it to everybody's premiere on Tuesdays.
Well, that's no excuse. Dan's on at 2 p.m.
Oh, Dan's here. He's here from, he says he's doing tonight at 7, so that's 2 our time. So Yeah, we have Dan at 2 and then B at 2:30.
Cool. Sounds good. I just have to one, I have to remember, and two, I have to be free. That's my two issues, because I normally get ready for work to be at work at 3 o'clock today, so I either go to work at either 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, so that's why it's a rough time for me. But I will do my best to remember.
You have to be to work at 2 o'clock?
Yeah, it's either 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, depending on the day. Today it's 3 o'clock.
So if you have to go to work 3 o'clock, that would be 8 o'clock UK time.
Yep.
But 2 o'clock is 7 p.m., and that's when Dan Gleeballs has his video today.
So I could think of it, remember it like I should be at work right now because it's 2 o'clock. Instead, I could watch Dan. But I don't think I'll remember.
Right, all you're doing is you don't even need a calculator.
Yeah.
Add 5 hours, and then you know what time it is in the old country.
Oh, I always need a calculator.
I mean, add 5 hours. Anybody could add 5 hours, right?
Yeah.
2 plus 5 equals 8.
Yeah, but usually around an hour before work, I'm trying to get ready for work because I have to pack my lunch, I have to brush my hair, I have to put clothes on and drive in my car, make sure I have everything in my bag, so it's a lot of drama. That's the hardest part about working. It's not just work. You have to get ready for work, you have to make sure you have clean clothes, you have to drive to work, all that takes time. You have to go to the store, make sure you have food. It's just so much drama having a job.
That sounds gross.
Yeah. So. But I will definitely do my best to remember. All right, well, let's take our tape break. And while we're gone, I will try to connect with Bob. I believe we're connected. Okay, I got him. So let's go ahead and take our take break. And when we come back, we will have Bob on. Mr. Sir Bob.
All right. Back with Bob.
Yep.
मेरा नाम राज प्रसाद है.
Not only are you a terrible scammer, you're just a bad person.
Not a bad person.
How are you not a bad person? Explain it to me.
Explain to me.
Again, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? And don't tell me you don't understand me because you speak very little English. We have to communicate somehow. समझा?
What is it? Samu? What Samu?
There you go again. Why would you play these games? I know what you're doing. You think I'm some big person you're gonna waste my time. But you know what? I got 1,000 numbers and there's about 50 people calling you right now. So if you want to talk, but don't play stupid. Okay, Bebaku?
What is it?
Oh, it means you're my good friend now. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure meeting you. Yeah, आपसे मिलकर अच्छा लगा.
Welcome.
और कुछ?
I don't know.
Of course you don't know. Do you know anything? Man, you are really stupid, right? Like really stupid. Like if I saw you in a bar and I said drinks around the house, you would go get a ladder and climb up on the house. You're an idiot. Like you have to be one of the stupidest people I've ever spoken to.
Stupid as you, right? Like it.
Did your parents ever get over not having a boy?
Alex, how can I help you?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Thank you so much. Can you help me?
All right. Thank you for calling McAfee. How can I help you today?
Oh, hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you. Can you help me?
All right. Thank you for calling. Yes, I can help you. How can I help you?
Oh, thank you so much. Is this McAfee?
Yes, this is McAfee. How can I help you?
Okay, I'm hoping you can help me with the renewal problem. Is this McAfee?
Yes, sir. This is McAfee. How can I help you?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'm looking for McAfee, please. I have there's a renewal message. Can you help me? Hello?
Thank you for calling McAfee. You're speaking to David. How may I help you?
Hi, David. Is this McAfee?
Yes.
Yeah, can you help me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Hi, is this McAfee? David? Hello? Can you help me?
Hello.
Hi, David.
Yes.
Is this McAfee?
No.
Oh, okay. I think I have the wrong number then, okay? I'll call you back about 1,000 more times and we'll figure it out together. You and me, okay? We make a team today. All day. It's me and you.
Done. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, this is Randy. Could I talk with the business owner?
Yeah, right here. मेरा नाम राज पटेल है. और आप? तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है?
Raj Patel?
Yeah. Yep.
Then?
और तुम? बेवकूफ? चूतिया? मारचौद? What's the story here? Jawab do. Jawab do. Why are you so quiet?
What, Jabab do?
Why are you so quiet?
What do you want, Jabab do? What is that?
I want you to stop scamming and get a job.
This is Homeland Security. How come you're talking about something else?
You know nothing about banking. You know nothing about it. It's not even a real bank, Gandu. You're an idiot. Your website is fake. You're fake. You're a fucking loser. Get a fucking job, bitch. Tum mujhe block nahi kar sakte. Try it. I'll keep calling your dumb ass.
Hang in there.
Kya kaha?
Hang in there, I'm coming. I can see you. Hang in there. I'm coming.
You're a loser. Get a job. Just get a job and stop hurting. Get a job and stop hurting people.
I'm coming. Hang in there.
Right.
I'm
You're
taking
funny.
my handcuff.
You're funny, Gandu. Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
You just stay there.
I'm right here.
I'm gonna shoot you up.
You're gonna shoot me.
Come.
Right.
Come.
Right. Your gun is gonna reach from New Delhi, India to New York. You're a fucking loser.
Yeah, coming.
No wonder why you're scamming. Look, listen how stupid you sound.
Thank you for...
You alright? You must have known my number.
Yes, thanks for getting connected. PayPal. This is Michael. How can I help you?
Michael, can you help me? I'm being charged some money.
Do you have any reference number with you, like the invoice number or the order ID number?
Yeah, I have it right here, right in front of me. It says there was, I'm being deducted some money, like somebody used my PayPal account, I guess. I didn't send anybody any money.
Just tell me the invoice number, sir, so that I can check first.
Sure. 53219L01874 2P QA3 #16384 $1936.
Okay. And you want to make it cancel and you want your money back, right?
Yeah, did I give you the right number? Can you repeat that back to me? I might have been off by like a letter. There's so many numbers on this page.
Okay, okay, calm down yourself, sir. And are you working in your computer right now?
Yeah, I'm right in front of the computer right now. What?
Okay, open up your Google Chrome browser first.
The Google Chrome, right?
Page.
Hello?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at computers, but I was on the computer and I was on Google. Is that the same thing?
Yeah. And
okay.
Can you see a search panel at the very top?
At the very
top, there is a search panel.
Yep.
Yeah. There is a search panel where you can type something to search. You need to type in there, which gonna be www.
Okay.
Then ultra.
Okay.
Then viewer.
What? Ultra what? Hello?
What did you type in there? Could you please tell me?
I'm asking you. I got to ultra, but I didn't hear you after the word ultra.
Okay. Then viewer. V as in Victoria.
What are you saying?
It's V as in van. V as in Victoria.
Right,
V as in Victor.
Okay. What's the word? What's it called?
It's V. V as in Victoria.
Right. That's the letter, but what's the word called? Ultra what?
Viewer, V as in Victoria, I as in ice cream, E as in elephant, W as in Washington, again E as in elephant, R as in Romeo.
Okay, and what does that spell?
It's ultraviewer.net.
Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, good job. Yeah, good job. Okay, so Ultra Viewer, right? Hello?
Yes. What
okay.
you got once you hit...
You keep leaving, though. I don't know why you keep leaving. It's very scary here. I'm being taking money from my account.
No, I'm here, sir. So, we are here to help you out. You just follow the procedure. Just tell me what you got once you hit ultraviewer.net.
Okay, I just typed in Ultra Viewer, and something came up on Google. It says, a lot of scammers in India pretend to be PayPal, and they use Ultra Viewer. Don't ever download this. Should I ignore that? Like, you're not one of those scammers, right?
No.
Because you don't speak English really that well. Are you from India? Tamara asinam kya hai?
What?
Oh, can you help me? I think I just downloaded UltraViewer. Can you help me?
Thanks for connecting customer support. This is James. How can I help you?
James, is Mike there? I don't know if Mike told the manager yet, but I cannot work tonight. I'm sick.
Sorry?
I'm very sick over here. I cannot be dancing around in a dinosaur costume. You're going to have to find somebody else to go out there and spin those signs. I'm sick. Can you tell the boss that?
What you want, sir?
I want you to tell the boss so he doesn't get mad at me and fire me. I cannot work tonight. Don't you say goodbye?
Hello?
Hello, it's me again. I'm sick, you fuck. I need one of you Gandus out there in the costume dancing around. I cannot do it. Samjha?
Okay, no worries.
Okay, I've been given the runaround all day long. All I'm trying to do is call out sick. I cannot do it. One of you guys have to cover for me.
Do you have a dinosaur costume with you?
Kya kaha?
Do you have a dinosaur costume with you?
Right, I can return it next week when I'm feeling better. I can't do it, though.
Okay.
Why? Do you want the costume? Are you thinking of doing it for me? Are you going to cover for me?
Yes. I want the dinosaur costume.
Oh, bohat shukriya. Yeah, I like you. Tamara asinam kya hai?
Fuck you.
Oh, why are you so upset now? We were getting along fine until I asked you your real name.
Hey, this is James from Geek Squad's customer support. How may I help you?
Good, James. What's going on over there? Come on, spill the chai, Gandu.
Your mother is raining, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Wow, you're upset. Why are you so upset? Just getting started here. That's a little spicy. That's how we like them.
Thank you for getting connected with customer support. How can I help you?
Hi, I was speaking with a man named Angry James. Is he available? Hello?
Happened, sir? Is everything okay?
I thought it was okay. I called because I got an email about renewing my subscription, and then Angry James got on the phone and started yelling at me. Go ahead, please.
Okay, hold on. Let me check.
Yeah, check for James. I want to speak with James. Okay? I don't have time. Are you looking for James? Okay, Bencho. See you later. Firmilenge.
Sorry?
Oh, did you find James yet?
Hold on, I'm looking, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Bohat shukriya.
Do you remember the last name or the job ID?
No, we didn't get that far. He said, this is James, and he just started screaming at me. Yeah, saying nasty
he was
things.
screaming?
He was saying, Tedabop, and it's raining my mother, and he was just yelling at me. He was speaking a lot of Hindi to me. Samjha?
Sorry? I didn't get you properly, sir.
Right, I don't know.
What was, like...
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Did you note down the job ID or something?
No, he never gave it to me. He just said, this is James, and then he started screaming at me and saying, it's Tedabop. What does Tedabop mean?
What did he say?
Tedabop. I said, what's your full name? And he said, Tedabop. Tedabope. Midanam Tedabope, he said.
Okay, it means go fuck your mom, motherfucker.
Oh, you're upset too, right?
Thank you for calling support. My name is Mark. How can I help you?
Mark, can you help me?
Yes, sir. How can I help you? Tell me.
Yeah, you tell me. How can you help me?
May I know what exactly is your concern? You called us, right?
Oh, you're my concern.
So,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
What exactly is your issue?
Yep, I called you. You're my issue. You're definitely right. I called you. Samjha?
What issue do you have with me?
Oh, that you're sitting there pretending to be somebody you're not. You're scamming people. Samjha?
Thank you for calling Apple support. This side is Alex. How may I help you today?
Alex, I love fucking with Apple scammers. You guys are so stupid. Samjha? Go ahead, please.
What did you say?
Oh, how are you? Okay, say hey. Everything good? How's the family?
I'm fine.
Sub low, TK?
Yes, everything is good.
Good.
Everything is good.
Any?
I told you everything is good.
I know. I thank you for that. Yeah, bohat done you about. Any chance of you getting a job in the next week? How are the job prospects looking? Javab do, Kripia.
Thank you for calling.
Hi, is this Apple?
How may I help you?
Hello?
No, this is not Apple.
Well, how come everyone else on this number said I called Apple? Who are you? What did I just call?
This is Obama. Obama here.
Oh, okay. So you're
Obama
definitely...
here.
Yeah, you're the fucking losers. You're the fake Apple people. You know nothing about Apple. except that it's a fruit, like you. That's funny, right? Right. तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या है? तेरा बाप?
Chai? You wanna have chai?
Oh, you like chai? आपका नाम क्या है? This side loser.
Thank you for calling Chipo. This is Peter. How can I help you today?
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry. I was looking for Amazon.
Yeah, this is Amazon. How can I help you?
Are you sure about that? Are you really sure that you're Amazon?
Yes, I'm...
Okay, so if I have a problem, you're not going to try to hook up to my phone or secure server or any of that nonsense that I see on YouTube, right? Like, you're the legit Amazon. You can help me with a problem. That answers that question. All right, Gandu. Firmilinge. Hang up the phone.
You hang up the phone.
मेरा नाम TAGOW है.
You're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?
Okay, we are back with Take and with Bob. Hi, Bob. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again here.
Yeah.
I'm calling about this
Awesome
Discord
to have
message that I just got on my computer screen here. It says call back Take here on the morning scam show. So that's what I'm doing now.
I know enough not to keep talking because you're going to keep doing that. I know. I learned.
No, just how's it going, guys?
Great. It's great to have you. I wish we could send out messages like that, but that would be, then we'd be on the level of the scambaiters. I mean, the scammers, so.
Well, unless you want me to call you and troll you guys like that, I don't mind. You know?
For sure. Take, are you able to hear okay?
I hear everything. Can you hear me?
Yeah, great.
Loud and clear.
You there? You there, Bob, sir? Mr. Bob?
Yeah, I'm here. By the way, just right out of the bat here, let me just give the my fellow New Yorker here, Tag, the New York hello. How's it going, Tag? I had no idea you were from New York.
I didn't know you were from New York either. I'm more upstate at the moment, though. Are you downstate, upstate?
No, I live within the 5 boroughs. I thought you were around here, but it's all right. New York is New York.
I used to be, but once I got sick, I needed to move where it was a little cheaper. So you know, I'm a little north of you. Although if you're in the 5 boroughs, you know, I could be in Westchester, and to you that's upstate.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm farther up north. So I do miss the city, and you got a lot going on lately today. But we're here to talk about your channel. And it's a pleasure to have you, man. I'm so glad you joined. It's like listening to you get these scammers all wound up, and you do it in such a way that's like so unique because you just keep talking. And I was almost thinking some of it was a soundboard. You don't use a soundboard though, right?
No, that's all me, man.
That's just all your genius right there. I mean, you just keep talking. They'll say, well, what's the phone number? And you're giving them, or they'll say, what's the phone number? And you're giving them the number from the screen. And you just don't listen to them, but you listen enough to get them wound up where they stay on the phone with you. And they just get so mad. It's just so funny. I was cracking up so many of your videos. Your PCH one that you put out a couple, like maybe 10 or 11 days ago, was so funny. They just started yelling at you. So I'll let you talk, but I can say so many things about each of your videos. So amazing.
That one actually took a while to do because I could never get them on the phone. So the first time, that was actually the first time I ever spoke to PCH scammers. That's because they called me. They made the mistake of calling me on my phone. So I just basically kept calling them back. So by the time the first call started, I had already called them back about 5 times. Wow. So that's why they were upset. I just wouldn't stop calling them.
Yeah.
But about the way I speak, I have to actually slow myself down when I make these calls because I learned pretty quickly that I was not a natural at doing scam baiting at all. Like if you were to actually see me make these calls, you'd swear I was doing yoga just based on the way I was sitting. I'm sitting with my legs crossed and my arms crossed, and I'm looking at the floor thinking about what I'm going to say to these guys. So that's why I said.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, is that me or did we lose him?
I don't know. All of a sudden, I couldn't hear him either, but I can still hear you.
Yeah. Bob Backlund. We lost you, sir.
Darn. He was in the middle of a very good story, too. Can everyone in chat hear us?
I'm pretty sure it's a New York connection right at the moment.
Yeah.
Bad weather. We got a tsunami coming.
The good thing about living in New York City, though, is you can tell people that you live in New York City because nobody's going to find you there. You know?
Nobody.
There.
Okay, there we go. We can hear you again.
Yeah, I lost there for a second there, ironically enough. But no, yeah, I love the city. I don't plan on ever leaving the city. So I like it here. But I like having food delivered to me at 3 o'clock in the morning because I have a pretty big appetite. So I just can't leave the city.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I miss about New York. There's always something going on. I mean, you can go out at 3, 4 in the morning and it's like it's the middle of the day for other people. There's just always something going on. It's like the city that doesn't sleep. It's like the saying. So every time I move and I move upstate, I live in a city. I still live in a city, but it's a lot smaller than, Manhattan. I have to be in a city.
Me too. Well, I just I don't really like heading into Manhattan that much, but just I feel weird when I'm not surrounded by the noise that comes with living in the city. I don't do very well in silence.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm in the country once in a while. I'll stay at somebody's house and I'm scared. There's monsters and bears out there, and I'm like, let me get back to the gangbangers on my street. So I just feel safe in the city.
For sure.
That's true.
So tell us how you kind of got started in scam baiting.
That actually started around, I want to say 2020, during the beginning of the pandemic. They had just sent all of us home, and I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to work or not. Mm-hmm. So I started messing around on the internet, and I started finding just a lot of pop-ups, like everywhere. I would browse the web on the site, and I would see a pop-up, and I would try to close it, and then next thing you know, I would be directed to a tech support scam. So that's really where it started, because at this point, I had a lot of time on my hands. So I was like, how do I get rid of these pop-ups? Is there a way for me to report them, or I didn't know. So I started doing some research. Of course, we had Google Safe Browsing, so I was using that, but I was trying to see if I could find anything else. So that led me to Netcraft, that led me to scammer.info, and then from there, I was eventually invited to join the server, and that's basically where I got my start.
Cool.
Nice.
But it was cold. Like, I had no experience in scam baiting. I had no idea what scam baiting was. Didn't know it was a thing. I really started to come up when I joined the server, because when I joined that server, when I say it was filled with a bunch of heavyweights, it was filled with a bunch of heavyweights. Guys that knew what they were doing, had been doing it for about 5 years or more, and were so gracious with their information that it's really hard to not learn when you're surrounded by a group of guys like that. I mean, I learned really quickly as to what I was doing.
That's awesome. And do you have a scam that you particularly bait, or you just bait anything?
Normally, I bait the numbers that I find, which is usually tech support scams. And
Microsoft and the pop-ups,
everybody,
right?
Right. Everybody in the server shares what they can find, whether it be an Amazon scam or the expired McAfee scams. It doesn't matter to me. I call them all. As long as the number's working, I'll call them.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a special fondness for the tech support scam. That's the one I really love to do the most.
Yeah.
And that's good because I mean that's the one that's I think they're all dangerous, of course, but I think there's more low level Amazon Geek Squad type scammers out there where they make a few $100s, they scam somebody out of $1,000. Not to say that they can't have you mail them $60,000 on a fake refund. If they have somebody on the line that they think they can take advantage of, they're going to do it. But I really feel like the Microsoft scams, that's all designed to really take people's investments and bank accounts and things like that. So I've been trying to mess with the pop-up scammers more lately.
It's evolved now too when you look at it, because it's not just tech support anymore. It starts off as a tech support scam, but then it changes to something more malicious. Whether you have illegal pornography or you have some sort of a compromise in the bank, it just goes to somewhere that has nothing to do with tech support. And I've seen this pretty recently, actually, like within the last few months, where change started to happen. I don't know what caused it, but it's anything but tech support these days.
Yeah, that's true.
And it could be they're getting more greedy. I mean, in those types of scams, they can clear out somebody's whole life savings, and it takes them a little bit more time, and it's a more in-depth type of scam. But hopefully that there's some bosses over there that are starving lately. More, I don't think they're starving compared to, I mean, they're making money, but I don't think they're making as much money, hopefully, because of people that are calling them nonstop, wasting their time. So when they do scam, I think that they're leaning in towards the bigger ones lately.
It's funny you mention that because, more recently when I started doing these calls, there's so much noise in the call centers these days, as opposed to, say, last year or 2 years ago. There's just the amount of chaos that you hear when you call a call center these days is unbelievable. And it's usually them screaming in the background, telling the person, hey, stop talking, listen to me, ma'am, do one thing. There's just so much noise in the background these days. And you're right, it is due to the fact that a lot of people are prank calling them.
Right. Sure.
Hopefully that's what it is. I mean, every time I'm on a phone and I hear somebody saying, get your credit card out or download this, I always make a note of, oh, that person's on the phone with my friend. Ha ha ha. We're wasting their time. Of course it's not. And, I say things like that because I'm hoping that they'll say, oh, hang up, that you're wasting, I just talked to somebody, I know who that is. And hopefully they're paranoid and we get them off their game because they're so frustrated with the trollers. And then you have the big dogs that can go in there and reverse connection, get locations, and it's a war. It's all facets will help bring this to a halt. But I do hear louder call centers now, and hopefully there's more people calling now, and I think there are. I think more every day somebody new joins the scam baiting world. But I also think that more and more people are realizing, hey, I could scam people and not get caught so easily. Right. And so I really feel like it's also growing, and it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I hear different people every day now, and I hear a lot of young women doing this, just very innocent sounding. They're either openers or they're freshies or whatever they call them. And then there's some more advanced ones, but I'm getting more and more female scammers now than I used to.
Me too. Just yesterday, I spoke to a female scammer who was pretty good. She sounded very, very innocent, very lovely. It took a while for me to break her too. So you're right. There's a lot more women these days, and a lot of younger guys doing it too.
Yep. Yeah, and I find the Geek Squad scammers are always like brand new. It seems like they're always so. I don't know. I feel like there's a different level between Geek Squad scammers and Microsoft scammers. That's what I found.
Right. That's probably
I think so too. I've never actually spoken to many Geek Squad scammers. They always just hang up the phone when they hear the name Bob Backlund.
You're getting famous. That'll happen. So they're like, oh, it's that wrestling guy again.
Yeah, for sure. Did we lose you again?
Bobby?
Well,
I think we lost him again.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree with Microsoft Certified Trainer said like the organized crimes are getting more organized, and that's exactly it. I know we'll never stop all scams because scams have always been since the beginning of time. There's scams talked about in the Bible, you know, where they change the measurements on the scales and stuff and blah blah blah. So scams have always been, but we can try to combat the organized crime scams, you know. I mean, if we could reduce those, we could really make a difference in reducing the problem.
I've had that conversation with a lot of younger baiters in the past too, where they come in, you know, guns blazing. They're like, yes, we're going to make a difference. We're going to wipe out all fraud. And then, you know, they quickly realize that it's not possible for us to wipe out everything. And then they feel disheveled. They feel demotivated. And I try to tell them, you know, like, it's not about stopping all fraud. It's about stopping as much as we can find with whatever resources we have. And it takes a while for them to understand that because they kind of feel like it's a cop-out. But it's true, though. We can only do so much with our resources. But you're right, though. At least we can make their life a little bit more difficult. The raising awareness is probably the biggest weapon that we can use against fraud. Like, the more people know about fraud, the less it'll happen.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
and you're right. You can only handle what's right in front of you. You know, there's nobody that's going to, you know, take down a whole industry or you just can't. You can only do what's right in front of you. And you have to look at it like, if you are wasting someone's time, they are not scamming somebody, and that person could have scammed $1 million. You never know. So you're doing your part. I don't care if you're small or large. If you're wasting scammers' time, then you're doing your part.
Right, and there's like I don't look at it as like there's a small scam baiter or large scam baiters. It's like we're all one and the same. We're all wasting scammers' time. We're all doing something that's going to help somebody else later on. It might not be immediate, but it's going to help somebody later on. Like, the awareness, I think, is probably the biggest thing that we need to really increase.
Yeah, I agree.
And on any given day, anybody can be scammed. Let's just be real about that. I could get scammed. Yeah. You know, I mean, look at Jim. Jim Browning almost fell for one when he got his YouTube channel deleted. Yeah. That was a huge wake-up call for me. I'm like, if he can almost fall for one, then I should be ignorant and say I can't fall for one.
Right.
There's so many evil people out there. I mean, it's coming in all avenues now. So everybody's looking to, I shouldn't say everybody, but there's more and more people that are scamming that would rather scam than work. And it can come in all areas. So anybody can be scammed.
For sure. Yeah, and I totally agree. I just wish that the number of scams was decreasing. Maybe it did in 2022, but I know in the last 5 years it's continued to increase significantly every year. So my goal is if we could decrease it per year even a little bit, that would be great. And yeah, I do think that one way to do it is through awareness to try to decrease it, you know.
I think that's the best way. I mean, the more people that are aware, the less people get scammed, the less hopefully people will be inclined to do this as a regular job. But I think it's growing because more and more people are finding out about this, and they're like, well, I can do that and not get caught, and I don't need to work. So they're recruiting these young people to just do this, and it's very few arrests. At least that we hear of. We don't know exactly what goes on, but we kind of know that. I mean, we've all talked to scammers long enough to know that most of them have that attitude like, you're not going to catch me. Right. And the reason they say that is because they know people that have been doing this for so long and they don't get caught. Now, hopefully their greed eventually will, turn out to be something good for all of us, but you never know. I've talked to people that have been doing this 8-10 years. Of course, you never can believe everything you hear from a scammer, but I really feel like there's some OGs that have just not got caught that have been doing this forever.
Yeah. For sure.
That's kind of like, it's a sad life too for a scammer. Like when you think about it, like what does a scammer do all day? They have to sit there in the same call center probably smells to death because of all the cigarette smoke, work all night, sleep all day, and having to have their time wasted by guys like me. I mean, that's really the reality of what being a scammer is. Like, they would much rather do that than working on this job. I just
Right. Exactly.
I don't understand how they live like that. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
That plus they have to go home and say they did scam somebody and they got a victim that day. I mean, who could sleep at night knowing that you just stole money from somebody?
Right.
But the people that we talk to don't seem to have a conscience. So no mercy on them.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're beyond the whole, well, they have to do this, there's no jobs, there's this and that, and we've already talked to this about this. You know, okay, it's a little tougher to maybe make a $50,000 a year job, but you can still do something else rather than hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no sympathy. No sympathy.
I definitely agree. I mean, but all we can do is what we can do, and hope that eventually governments from our country as well as other countries will realize that it's not just about how much this hurts people. It's hurting the economy. It's hurting the job market. It's hurting a lot of things, and it needs to be taken seriously. And if they could realize that, then maybe we could, get out of, that would make a difference. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lose Bob
One
again?
of the saddest things I've ever read was this one woman who fell prey to I believe it was an IRS scam, and I think it was the misery that the scammers had caused her. I think she lost everything, and she ended up committing suicide.
Oh my God!
To me, that was one of the that's stories like that are really what keep me going when I do scam baiting.
Yeah.
Like I always said to myself, the day I stop having fun is the day I no longer do this. But every now and then I'll read an article about, a poor woman here who lost thousands of dollars to a scammer. And then I read articles like that where they take it to the extreme and the person ended up taking their own life because of the misery that the scammers have caused them. Like, you hear those stories and you're like, how is this allowed to run rampant? It just doesn't make any sense. And stuff like that really keeps me going. That's why when I make the calls, I try to make it as uncomfortable and as miserable as possible for them.
Right.
Now, how often do you call them when you put out your videos? Are you on the phone with them every day, or do you have a set time?
I call them every day.
A lot.
I call them even when I'm at work too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Like, there's times where I'm like, I'm not going to call today, and then, like you said, then you see an article pop up, and it just makes you mad. It makes your blood boil that this is actually happening, and you're like, okay, I start to feel guilty if I'm not calling them. So it just, once you start calling and you realize how big of a problem this is, and that you are needed, you're going to keep calling. Whether you're in a bad mood, good mood, you're going to keep calling. So it's nice to know that you call every day.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of like in my personal life, I'm known as the guy that likes to rib his friends. So in regards to scammers, for example, like it's gotten to the point now where they're starting like around 9 o'clock in the morning on our time. It's not uncommon for me to find the scam website at 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's usually the same sender, and I usually just call them back every day to let them know that, hey, I'm still here. I just keep poking the bear. I call them every day. I get them angry every day. I report their websites every day, their phone numbers too. I mean, it's just my nature to, once I have somebody that's already selling my rib, I just keep poking the bear. That's what I like to do in real life.
Yeah. For sure. That's great. Well.
And.
All right, go ahead.
No, I had were you a huge wrestling fan? Like, why do you use the name Bob Backlund? Like, where did that all come from?
No, actually, I'm not a pro wrestling fan. Like, the name actually came from my father. He's the real pro wrestling fan. Because my father knows what I do. He loves the prank calls that I do, especially when I can get the scammer to say, listen to me. Like, he just finds that hysterical. So
Nice.
one day I get a text from him, and it's a video to this guy named Bob Backlund running for president, like in 1995, and that's where the name came from. Because before I was using different names, I was using Julius Caesar, I was using Charlie Bronson. I think I said Chuck Norris in one of my earlier calls too, but the names just weren't sticking. They didn't work. Like the scammers would hang up, and it just didn't work. So then I get this text from my father. I was like, let me try the name Bob Backlund. Now, there was only ever one instance where a scammer found out that, you know, okay, this guy's pranking me. Like, he actually questioned it. He said, are you Bob Backlund, the famous wrestler? Of course, by then I was already ousted, but it was only one time. But that's where the name came from. It actually came from my dad, who's the original pro wrestling fan in the family.
So then that's some history for me. I didn't know. I mean, I know Bob Backlund. He lost the title. He was the champion, and I used to follow wrestling when I was smaller. And he lost the title to I think the Iron Sheik, and then Hulk Hogan got revenge and beat the Iron Sheik, Madison Square Garden. Running wild, brother. Anyway, that's some wrestling history. But
yeah,
are you saying that Bob Backlund ran for president?
Yeah, it was. Well, I don't know if he actually ran for president, like for real, or if it was part of the show, because I didn't grow up watching wrestling. My dad did, but he sent me this clip of him running for president, like in '95. And I don't know if he was in character or I don't know, but his name was Mr. Bob Backlund.
I was in college. I was too high to follow anything.
Well, that's where it came from. That's why when I call these scammers, I say this is Mr. Bob Backlund. It's a direct reference to that video that my father sent me via the text.
Wow.
And it works too because it's a normal sounding name. When I first started doing calls, well, before that, let me backtrack a bit. I was doing a lot of research on how would I approach the scammers on the phone, and I came up on this interview by this scambaiter named Mr. Pricky from England. It was an interview I think he did with the IRS channel, IREX Scammers, and there was a portion in the interview where he used to say that he would mentor young scambaiters on how to talk to 419 scammers, and the first thing he would always say was, choose a normal sounding name. You might get a few laughs if you say like alcoholic or I don't know, jabroni or something, but if it turns into something serious, you want a normal sounding name.
Right.
Now, before that, like I said, I was doing Julius Caesar, I was doing Chuck Norris or whatever, and it just didn't work. When I started using Bob Backlund, that's when I started getting the reactions that I wanted. That's when I started getting the listen to me's, the do one thing, the Hindi swearing. It just worked because it's a normal sounding name.
Right. Hold on one second. We lost take.
We lost take. Did he ride off into the sunset there?
Hello? Did you ride off into the sunset?
I ran off into the sunset, yep.
Well, we caught you.
Come back, Shane.
Yeah, I mean, I was checking out your channel, actually, as I was lost for a second in the sunset, and looks like you gained 15-something subscribers, so I think we could do more. I'd like to see you get closer to 500. I really, subs aren't everything, of course, but
they're really nothing.
I really want people to see your stuff. I really want more people to see your stuff. One, for awareness, and two, that it's just so damn entertaining. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been sharing your videos. Usually, anything I share, sometimes it gets a little noise, sometimes it doesn't, but we're trying. I really want everyone to go check out your channel. It is so funny the way that you mess with scammers. And for people that like the trolls, like if you're watch my stuff and you're like, you know what, I like Take and I can tolerate him and he curses a little too much, but if you want to hear just some good trolling, please go check out R-88. Back to you.
That was a commercial break.
You know, like, in all honesty, like, I never had any aspirations to upload these calls to YouTube. I was actually convinced into doing that by, she's in the chat right now, by Behind the Bars, her and another member of the server. Like, I never had any aspirations to upload these to YouTube. It was never my thing. I only made these calls originally to make the people in the server laugh. Same thing with the Pokemon cards. That was a direct result of a lot of the jokes that we have in the server. So if a lot of my stuff doesn't make sense, it's really not supposed to make sense to the outside world. It's only supposed to make sense to the people in the server that I work with.
Okay. Are you
So,
talking
like,
about the TLS server,
what-
or which server are you talking about, or don't you want to say?
Oh no, I can't disclose that. I don't know who's listening right now.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. I didn't know if it was like
Yeah.
a common one or something.
But it's a server that it's basically where I share the numbers and all my intel. It's the right people that help me report the websites, report the numbers. Behind the bars is a member of the server, but that's as far as I'll go with that. But
yeah, cool.
it's unique what we have there. We have a lot of fun. We just joke around all the time, and we have fun at the expense of the scammers. But I'll give you an example of what I mean by like the inside jokes. There's a bit when the scammers ask me to type in the run box there. Sometimes I'll say it says Q sun, Q spiders, and vitamin D in the run box. That's a direct reference to Behind the Bars in one of her videos.
Ah, cool.
So inside jokes there. That's why if you hear that and it doesn't make sense, that's why it's not supposed to make sense. It's calls that I usually make for them, but then I ended up posting them on YouTube anyway.
Cool. Well, that was good. We appreciate you encouraging him to post. And I totally agree. Like, subs honestly mean nothing. The only thing good about subs is that more people will see your video, like, because the more subs you have, I don't even know if that's true, but I've heard like the more subs that you have, the more YouTube recommends it. But then I've also heard that it has nothing to do with that. It just has to do with watch hours. So I'm not really sure, but subs mean nothing. I've seen a lot of channels with very little subs that are really great channels. And then I've seen channels with a lot of subs that aren't that good. Not scam baiting, but just in general. So subs mean nothing. I keep telling that to take because sometimes he's better, but he used to get stressed about such things.
Well, thank you. As a whole, though, I mean, obviously, if somebody has great content and it's only getting 100 or 200 views and it's been out for a couple weeks, and they have a smaller amount of subs, the content is great. It just more people need to see it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say let's get more subs. More people generally will see it if you have a lot of subs. Now, there are people that have a lot of subs that don't get a lot of views, but I don't think their content is on a certain level. Like R-88's content is on a different level. So I think more subs will help him.
Yeah, for sure.
I was still trying to figure this out too, because I don't really understand how it works. Because my channel in reality is about 7 years old already, but it started out as like one of those normal video game channels. This was like 7 years ago. I didn't even know about scam baiting at this point anyway. But I had a lot of free time on my hands some 7 years ago, but then I quickly realized that, you know what? Having to sit here and play this video game for like the millionth time and talk for 45 minutes straight, it just didn't sit well with me, and that idea actually died. So the channel was left inactive for such a long time. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I don't understand how it works.
It's kind of
just keep posting your videos, though, please.
Yeah.
Just don't ever get fed up and say, "Oh, I'm not growing fast enough." Post your videos.
I mean, as long as the scammers say, "Listen to me," there's no way I'm going to get fed up. That's basically what I live for at this moment.
Right.
Just to get those listen to me's.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a crapshoot. Like, it's a combination of luck and then just understanding the algorithm, which I don't fully do. But, you know, it's just the algorithm is just like a computer program running in the background. It's only as smart as the people that program it. Actually less smart, so, you know. Ghost says nobody really knows how it works. I agree. That's why I say it's
I would agree with that.
Probably.
I get so many different answers all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is for sure. That's why it's just best not to even think about it. Just do your thing. And being a YouTuber is not really what's important. You know, what's important is the work that we're doing. Thank you so much, Raz. Appreciate that.
Thank you,
super
Raz.
chat. Thank you, Bramble.
Thank you, Bramble. Good morning.
Yeah. But that's my opinion on it. Just the point is to save victims, help people. In my opinion, but you know, some people, you know, really care about I care about my YouTube channel. Of course, I care about it, but that's not the purpose, you know. So just don't even think about it. Is my advice. I think Take would agree because when he thinks about it too much and he checks it, like him and I, when we started, we used to check it like every single day and talk about it all day long. Like, oh, I lost 4 subs, and then remember Take when I lost the first time I lost like 18 subs in a row, and I was at church and I started almost crying. I didn't really cry, but I almost started crying. And I was like,
and I told you, don't worry about it. You'll have 7,000 in a year. And what are you at now?
Yeah, I almost cried, but because I was like, I really thought like a whole bunch of people had desubbed to me all at once, and like people were angry at me or something. But this was when I had like, I don't know, maybe 100 or no, this was when we were getting close to 500, or Take had just passed 500 and I was getting close to 500. And then I was like, and that was kind of my moment where I realized, oh my God, I care way too much about this. You know?
Well,
so
I have a different reason for it, and I won't get into drama ever on our little stream here, but I have some haters, and whether they hate me for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, whatever. But because I helped them in the past and they gave up on me, it's important for me to beat them. That's just personal. I'll never reveal who they are or anything like that, but it's more of a, it keeps me going. That's my reason for subs. But I will, whether I have a channel or not, I will always be on the phone with these criminals.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, same here. I'm having way too much fun wasting their time. I mean, it's I don't know. I can't describe it because the idea in the beginning never crossed my mind to call scammers, because I was pretty much thinking I would be like, you know, like Take and just cut 25-minute promos on every scammer that I would call. But, you know, it just became an art afterwards. Like, how can I get the scammer upset today, or how many listen to me's can I get today? It just became that, and I just started having a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
What's your longest stream? Like, you do ones for hours, right?
No, that's the thing. Like, I don't have the patience or the talent to keep a scammer on the phone for more than 6 or 7 minutes at a time.
Don't you put like a bunch of little calls together?
Yeah. So like, what I'll do is I'll start and then I'll just start recording. I'll record each call separately. So the last video I did, that was a series of calls that I did straight, and I just put them together. And I'll stop only when they turn the number off. That's when I'll stop. And that usually happens a lot.
So do you ever get to a point where it could be long, but then you're like, oh my God, this is getting boring? Or it's like, that's how I get, because I don't have the patience, like you said. And I'm like, oh, where do we go from here? Like, I'm already 5 minutes in. I don't know what to do.
No, I've never had that happen to me yet. I mean, it probably could happen, but the way I call the scammers is, my way, I should say, is I talk so slow when I'm on the phone with them that it's pretty easy for them to get angry within 5 to 6 minutes, you know? I don't stop talking. You know, I sound like a complete moron when I talk to them. And of course, when I call them, it's already close to the end of their shift. We're talking like maybe 5, 6 o'clock in the morning for them. So they're already irritated. So it's not that hard for me to just come in and with my nonsense and make them upset to the point where they want to hang up their phone. But I wish I had that skill. I wish I was like some of these other baiters and I could infuriate them for 2 to 3 hours at a time, but I just can't do it.
I mean, there's times where I'm just like that, and it's like you're 4 or 5 minutes in, and I'm like, come on already. Why are you still on the phone with me? And I'm starting to yell at him. like I'm just like, come on, end it. It's not supposed to go on this long. But it does happen. But, I mean, I think the one from like 2 months ago is my favorite. I shared it this morning. I found it, the Anger Files.
Oh, God.
That's one of your... Oh, I mean, it was so funny. I was laughing from the beginning to the end. I mean, and the thing is, you're you're wasting their time, and you're like you said, nonsense, but you're doing it in such a way that you're annoying them, and you're actually kind of killing them with politeness. And you're like, sir, I have an email, Bob. This is Bob Backlund calling back again, and you just keep talking, and it's just so funny how frustrated they get. So to me, it's brilliant. It's a skill. It's a talent. Please keep your style the same. I don't want to see you do these. I mean, of course, if you ever do, I would watch it. But I mean, as a selfish fan, don't change your style, please. For right now, anyway.
That all comes from the interview that I listened to with Mr. Pricky, because like I learned so much from that interview. Like one of the things that I learned was scammers like it when you address them as sir or ma'am. They like hearing that. So what I do is I go above and beyond to be as polite to them as I possibly can. So that's why they stay on the phone with me. Like, okay, this guy's very polite, but he's clearly a moron. I could probably still scam him if he would only shut up. And of course I don't, and the calls are the way they are. But that's why I'm so polite to them, because they like hearing that.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. See, I have long calls. I do have very long calls, but I wouldn't say that they're agitated the whole time, you know? In fact, I don't agitate
They're
them.
flirting with you. They think they have a young girl on the phone who they're going to manipulate into sending them $60,000 wrapped in a book, and then they're sending you pictures and stuff. I mean, you kind of you use your charm on your longer baits, right?
Yeah, or I'm just...
No, I was talking to R-1988.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
No
so
way.
that's the difference, is you kind of annoy them. So yeah, the calls are shorter, but but more impactful than mine.
Well, that's my goal. My goal is to infuriate them as fast as possible. My goal is not to ever keep them on the phone for 20, 30, 45 minutes at a time, because I just can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can get the phone number shut off within 10 minutes, which I have done in the past, then great, because that number is not going to be picked up again.
Right.
Sure.
And it's like if somebody's connecting to their system and doing a long bait and getting the location and scaring them that way, that's great. And at the same time, there's people that are trolling them. They're hitting them from all avenues. So
yes,
I think it's all great. And I mean, what CJ does, I haven't been in her streams in a while. I don't know if you still do these long baits. Normally you're kind of intercepting calls, I think, but like, I mean, I used to say it, her streams are better than Netflix. It's so exciting to see them salivating and then being so stupid, and for her to be exposing their stupidity by staying on the phone with her for an hour and a half as she drives, and then it has plastic wrap in the background because they were telling her to wrap the money up a certain way. I mean, it's just all great to me. It's all entertainment, and it's just all wasting their time.
And the misery that she causes to the scammers when she does that is unbelievable. Like, I think people have to understand, like, their pay is completely dependent upon commissions. Right. That's why they hate us so much. Right. Because if we're on the phone with them for hours on end, they don't make commission. They don't make what they call sales, quote unquote, which is disgusting in itself that they call it like that. But that's why they hate us so much.
They hate it. They'll say, "Why are you bothering me? I'm working."
Yeah, working. Ridiculous that they call it that, but that's true. They hate that so much.
They hate it. Hate it. I love it. That's my favorite thing when they say, "Why are you calling again and again and again?" And they're so frustrated. I freaking love that. I live for that. Like, I love when they curse at me.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could just call scammers and cut 25-minute promos on them, but I just can't do it. Like, because I feel like to me, it's an automatic loss if I lose my temper with a scammer, because that's usually what they want you to do. So, like, if I could be like you and just cut 25-minute promos on scammers, I'd be happy, but I can't. I make it an effort to not lose my temper with the scammers. It's actually more impactful, at least for me, when I'm so nice to them and I won't stop talking, and it infuriates them even more. I find that to be more effective, at least for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I used to lose my temper so quick just because they're such idiots, and I didn't have tolerance. It took me time to just let the calls breathe, let the scammers rage. And, you know, like if you ever looked at my catalog of videos from the early days, you would hear a lot more of me just yelling and cursing. And then as we go on, you hear the scammers more cursing and yelling. And that's kind of, you know, everybody grows. And it's funnier to see them get crazier than I think me. Now, there are times where I'll talk to them and I'll yell at them and scream, and I'm hoping they'll hang up the phone and at least something will register in their head, but or get them off their game. But I totally get it. It's so much, I think, better to just let the calls breathe and let the scammers rage and get them mad.
I love it though. I love it when you lose your temper on the scammers. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I had a 30-minute call the other day, and I only played like little clips in my videos, but I did a 30-minute call, and the guy didn't want to get off the phone with me. And of course, he thinks he's wasting my time because he thinks I'm some big baiter. Like he thought I was somebody who makes, you know, who just that they really feel like I would make a difference, or like I would hack in their system or something. They thought I was somebody like that, I think. So he just kept calling me, and he just spent 30 minutes with me. And then once he said, you know, we took $100,000 from you dumb Americans, that's when I started raging at him. And I'm like, we're done. Thank you for spending a half an hour with me, but we are done. And I just lost it on him at that point. But I was bored anyway at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, we lost Bobby again?
No, I'm still here.
No.
Oh, there you are. You know what's funny? That Bob Backlund, it was Asha Kumar just put in the chat that he ran for the Congress seat in Connecticut in 2000. That's where I lived in Connecticut in 2000 and didn't even know it. So just a little tip on Bob Backlund. But I used to live in Lower Connecticut, you know, right outside New York, and I was there in about 2000, 2001 era. And yeah, I guess he was going to be my congressman. I didn't even know it.
It just feels right using that name because I don't know. There's certain names that I used in the past that didn't work, but when I started using Bob Backlund and I started really watching the stuff that he did in the mid '90s, which is the stuff that my father sent me, I was like, okay, I really have to go with this because this guy's a character in himself. But I have to find that clip.
Back WW.
I can send it to you.
Back then it was WWF.
Yes, there you go. WWF. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, but I worked right across the street from the building in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I don't know if he ever came. I worked in a music store, and a lot of the people like Triple H would come in, and Stephanie McMahon would come in, Sergeant Slaughter. A lot of those wrestlers would come in, and I was always hoping to meet Bob Backlund, but I never got a chance to meet him.
Well, I don't really know anything about wrestling, so I only half know what you're talking about.
I think it's made up, though. I think it's fake.
Oh, you do?
I don't have my calculator, but I think wrestling is all fake.
I'm not sure, but that's what everybody says. I don't know. I've never watched it.
Right.
Right? No, I don't know.
Cool. Well, we could see...
So we...
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead, please.
I was just going to say, we could try some numbers, see if we can get any scammers on the phone.
You up for doing a live call, Bob Backlund, doing your thing?
Sure, I don't mind.
Well,
all right, that'd be great. I'd be like a giddy little fan here, and you do your Bob Backlund thing live.
Yeah, and then if you decide
sure,
it
why
would
not?
take to talk, just say, go ahead, please, and then he'll talk. That's what I do.
Yeah, I think they're going to hang up on him though. That's his style. He'll just keep talking until they get frustrated and hang up. But it's funny if you can get like a good scammer to listen to him right now. I think the scammer will get extra frustrated. So
oh my god, if I can get a listen to me live on air, oh geez, let's go for it.
Yeah, let's see if we can.
No pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, but keep talking while I look for numbers.
That's my dad. Like I'm reading the chat right now. Made in the Biz says my dad watches wrestling. I can't stand it, especially when that was him back in the day when what's his name? When Hulk Hogan used to come on the television and they would screw him over. That's the kind of wrestling fan that he used to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
I think I stopped watching it back in the '80s, actually, but I knew about it, of course, and it got lame for a while, and then it became a very popular thing, like a soap opera almost. Like they brought in drama, and they were who's marrying who, and it became so popular. Is it still popular? I don't even know anymore.
I have no idea.
But I mean, I'll date myself. I mean, I used to go and see the Iron Sheik and Jimmy Snuka. You know, I mean, I don't know if you probably know some of those names, but they were really older wrestlers, like from the early '80s, maybe.
I do remember back in the day, like around, I want to say 2000. My father did actually take myself and my siblings to. Remember the building they had in Manhattan? What was it, WWF New York?
I didn't know about that one. In Greenwich, Connecticut, where I used to work, that's the only WWE I know, or I knew. They were in Manhattan.
It was it wasn't. I don't know if it wasn't the headquarters. It was like a merchandise store. We went there like twice. We went there for the grand opening, and then we went there like another time. But I remember my father going in there and walking out with like this rap CD that they had done at the time. My father hated rap back in the day, but because the WWF put out a rap album, he had to buy it. So we went all the way to Manhattan just to buy that rap CD. I do remember that.
Funny.
That's crazy. Okay, let's try a couple of these. I'm not totally sure what all these scams are because I just started typing the numbers, looking for
Usually
the numbers.
Geek Squad or Norton's available first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
I noticed, but...
Yeah, I think...
Maybe I could find some on my end.
Yeah, sure. You could send it over.
Let's see.
But we'll go ahead and try this one. I believe it's McAfee.
Expired?
All right, Bob Backlund, hard at work on the Morning Scam Show.
Yeah, let's... Hold on, let me check my settings. Okay. All right, let's go. No, that one didn't work. Let me try the next one.
Yeah, I don't have my calculator, but that one I don't think worked.
Calculator.
Wonderful toy. Oh, that's what she said.
Okay, I guess someone's on. Go ahead, Bob.
Is this Amazon? Hello?
Can I help you?
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again. I received a phone call from this phone number here, sir.
Yes. The reason.
There, sir. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Oh.
You're coming in a little bit staticky there, sir. I'm having a hard time hearing you there.
Give the call.
I have to call, sir. I can't hear you, sir. If you could just turn your headsets up there.
When did you receive this call?
Yes, sir. I received the call about 10 minutes ago here. And it said to call you guys back. So that's what I'm doing now.
Do you have a computer for yourself?
Yes, sir. I have a desktop here. It's an HP Compact Presario 3550. And it's running Windows 10 here.
Okay. So you want to cancel
But I wasn't able to go up on the... Yes, sir?
You want to cancel the services from Norton?
Well, no, sir. I would like to renew the services for next year here, but I don't understand how to do that here, sir. Because like I said, I received a call from this phone number here, so I'm just getting back to you here.
Okay. Well,
and there doesn't seem to be a way for me to... Yes, sir?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh, no, sir, like I was saying here, if you could just guide me on the process here. Because I was going to renew it for the next year here, but I think I'd rather cancel it, sir, because it is rather expensive here.
All right. So you have your
'Cause
computer.
like I said,
open
sir,
up
I
your
wasn't able to. Yes, sir.
Do you have your laptop on?
Yes.
Please open up your Google Chrome browser.
Yes, sir.
And open up over there.
It's already open here, sir. I'm just wait. Yes, sir.
www dot
www dot
DW, D as in Delta, W as in whiskey.
www dot.
No. It's just www.
Is this for the renewal service here, sir? Because like I said, I would like to renew the service here, but if it's going to cost me more than the confirmed amount here, I'd rather not do it there, sir.
So first we have to get you
This
connected
is Norton
to our
I'm talking
server.
to here, right? Because yes. You there, sir? Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
I'm here.
There you are, sir. I'm sorry about that, sir. I thought I lost you there for a second, you know? Yes, sir. You were saying here, www dot.
No, not DW. It is just www dot.
Yes. Yes, sir. www dot.
DWW.
Is this dot
You're
or
messing up,
.com here, sir? Because yes.
It's dwservice.net.
Yes, sir. www dot, and then you said what? Norton.com? You there, sir? Hello?
Oh, why did he hang up on you? I don't get it.
I was having a hard time hearing him, too.
Yeah, that's because he just woke up and he was like mumbling.
He was a tough scammer. Yeah, he was definitely sleeping or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
That was good.
That was awesome. Let's try that number back again.
What was he trying to get you to download, though? I never heard of that one.
I have no idea. I never do anyway.
I never get that far right, but I did a couple times recently, and it's been like UltraViewer or something like that. D service?
I don't know. I thought it was going to say WD-40. I don't know what it was.
WD service. It's like when it's a remote one that you download in the computer and then it runs in the background, so you don't really know it's running. You know what I mean? So you can like connect and disconnect without the person really knowing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have that one on my VM, and I use it like so that I can monitor my VM from other computers. So it's pretty sneaky. It's definitely not one you want to download at somebody's request, because you could definitely see people can definitely watch the computer without you knowing. So
I need to make a note of that one. I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's a good one for personal use. I use it, but yeah, it's definitely dangerous for a scammer to have it, because they can at any time log on to your computer. They can, they couldn't if the computer was off. Other than that, as long as it's turned on, they can connect to it, see what you're doing. They can, turn your computer off and on, turn the camera on, etc. So it's very, yeah, it's not good. Yeah, it is a great tool for scam baiters. I agree, Fun Guy. I use it for that, but it's not good for scammers. Okay, let's try back again. See if the same guy answers.
This is expired Norton or Norton renewal, right?
I think Norton. Let me check.
Okay. I'll try. Let's try and see if they'll respond by getting an email saying that they charged me a certain amount of money.
Yeah, I bet they will.
All right, let's do that.
Okay. It says connecting. I don't hear any ringing or anything.
Hello?
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again here. I'm calling about this $568 charge I just got on my Norton account here, sir. It says someone charged me $568 for Norton here, but I didn't pay for this transaction here, sir.
Okay.
Something
So
about a
do you want to
transaction here in
cancel it?
Springfield here, but I don't understand what's going on here, sir.
Do you want to cancel it?
Yes, sir, I didn't authorize this transaction here, sir. It says someone charged me $568 for Norton here, but I don't live in Springfield, sir.
Can you please tell me, like, there is a
If you could just
invoice
guide
ID
me on how
number
to... Yes, sir?
Can you please tell me invoice ID number?
Yes, sir, it's a 007 911 90210. And I'm calling about the $568 charge here, sir.
I understand you're calling me like 500 to cancel this, right? So
And there also
don't
doesn't
need to
seem to
worry
be a way...
about that. Can you please tell me your full name?
Yes, sir, my first name is Bob, B-O-B, and the last name is Backlund, B-A-C-K-L-U-N-D.
Okay.
And the email is bbacklund77@gmail.com, sir.
Can you please tell me when you are receiving this email from our company?
Could you repeat that again, sir? I didn't quite catch you there.
Can you please tell me when you are receiving this mail from our company? When?
Sir, the email is the bbacklund77@gmail.com, sir. And the order number is 007 911 90210 here.
Do you understand English?
There, sir. Hello?
Yes, I am here. Can you please tell me
Yes,
when
sir.
you
Like
are
I was saying
receiving
here,
this
it's
email?
bbacklund77@gmail.com, sir.
Hey, oh my God. I am asking
No, I
you when you
apologize
are
for you for not
receiving
able...
this mail.
Yes.
When? What was the time you were receiving this email from our company?
Yes, sir. My area code here is 007 911 here. And the charge is $568 here, sir.
He finally gave up on you. I love it when they say, "Oh my God."
I was just
couldn't
typing
hear
the
him
same
save my
thing. That
life.
was my favorite part when you got him to say, "Oh my God."
Yeah, I love that. Oh my God. Yeah, for sure.
I couldn't hear him to save my life.
That was so funny.
He was, yeah, again, like kind of mumbling. I don't think it was the same guy though.
No,
they're
didn't
all
sound
sleeping
like
there at this call center or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, this goes to show you that you can say anything and they'll still try to scam you. We didn't know what the number was other than it was fake Norton, and here we go.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, let's go for 3 times the charm, and then we'll be out of time. Let's try it one more time. Both times I use the same number, so let me try it once more.
Okay. We'll go with the email thing again.
Okay.
Bob Backlund, take 3.
It does this weird thing where it doesn't ring and then someone's on there, but I have it muted till someone connects.
Yeah, it's weird. Weird call center.
Yeah, it is. It's not ringing at all.
Unless
it's just connecting.
Is it one of those things where it's just going to people's homes, like they're doing it from home?
I don't know. Maybe.
Probably. I don't know.
That's a good thought, though. Could be. But it just says, like, connected. It's not ringing or anything. I mean, it could be my phone, but I don't think so. Because I just used it yesterday and it worked fine. They might have blocked me. Let me try a different number.
That usually happens a lot when Bob Backlund calls.
Blocking the Bob.
Thanks for
How
getting
rude.
me blocked. How dare you?
Right away.
Hello?
Yes, this is Mr. Bob Backlund calling back again here. I'm calling about this $568 charge on this Norton account here, sir. I just got an email saying I was charged $568 for Norton Prime, but I didn't pay for the service here, sir.
You're not a Bob. You're not a Bob. You're a hacker. I know.
If I can get a technician to assist me here with the removal of the charge here, sir.
Hacker.
Did you hear what he was
You're not a
saying?
Bob. You're a hacker.
Not the Bob. You're a hacker. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but we really appreciate you stopping by. It was really fun talking to you.
No, this was good. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, I would love
thanks,
to have
man.
you on again in the future.
Oh my God, this was so much fun. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So make sure everyone checks out R-1988's channel, aka Sir Bob. So thank you so much, and I'll make sure. Do you do any premieres, or do you just kind of do you have an upload time, or when can people watch out for you?
My upload schedule is pretty erratic. It's usually when I have three good calls, then I'll just post them. But I'm pretty active on YouTube, so.
Okay, cool. So make sure you check the channel out, and so you'll have to turn on the notifications so you can catch his videos.
Yes, because I was on the notifications here earlier, and I wasn't able to get very far there, CJ. Because like I said, I was on another call previously there with Kevin, but I think we got disconnected there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So if you could just guide me here on how to set that up, I greatly appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding.
First, send me a gift card, and then we can talk.
Thanks for hanging out with us, man. That was cool that you did that, and we love your stuff. I think everyone really does need to go check you out. This is only an hors d'oeuvre of what's on this man's channel. When you see how wound up scammers get, and we're all fans of getting these scumbags wound up and getting them off their game, and this is what you do on your channel. So please, everyone, go check out R88. And thanks so much, man.
Yep.
Anytime, guys. Take care.
Yeah, have a great day.
All right, bro.
Bye.
You
Bye.
too.
New York represent.
Bye. That's right,
And,
New York.
Before we forget, before you go on to thank everybody, just want to make sure everybody goes to check out Dan Gleeballs at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we have Behind the Bars and a very dirty parrot. And you might even see some swear words in this one. I don't know, but go check those two out today if you're not doing anything at 2 o'clock. 2:30 Eastern Time.
I get very offended by swear words, so maybe I should.
We all do. We all do. I'll have my earmuffs.
Just kidding. Well, this was a awesome show. It was great to have a guest on. I miss having guests. We need to have a balance there because I don't like not having any guests, but I also know that it's kind of hard to have guests every time. So I like a balance.
Yeah, it's hard to find cool people to talk to sometimes,
Yeah. Sure.
We found one. So thank you, Behind Bars. I think Behind Bars actually let me know that R88 had a channel. I'm a fan now. So he was just so cool to hang out with, and his calls were great. So it was a good day.
Absolutely. And thank you so much to Di, BB, Raz, and Bramble. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you to all of the members for being here, and to all the mods. We couldn't do it without y'all, without all the support. My plan is to stream late tonight on Twitch, as well as tomorrow in the morning on Twitch. So make sure you have my Twitch subscribed and have the notifications on. But I do plan, unless I'm super tired, so don't be mad at me if I can't, because sometimes I'm just too worn out from work. But I am planning to stream after work tonight for our Australian friends. Thank you so much, Raz. Really appreciate it. Thank you again for the super chat. Then I'm going to try to stream also tomorrow morning on Twitch. It might be a combination of baiting as well just, it really, you know, I could. It's just, last time I streamed on YouTube, there was like scammers watching, so my cover got blown, but I could try to stream on YouTube as well. But anyway, what about you, Tig? What's your plans?
I'm gonna have some breakfast and take a nap.
All right, sounds great. Well, make sure
That's my day.
Yeah, make sure you check out Take's channel because he has some great videos. I saw a lot of people, and I agree that last one you posted was one of the best ones. So make sure you go by and watch one of his videos. And we will be back on Thursday. So we love you guys, and thanks for joining us.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all have a great day.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand. Legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. You have